What is going on, everybody? Check this one out. So New York took down this huge gang. I guess drill rappers as well. So
Stephen, Natasha, we had that firsthand look at how the NYPD is bringing alleged gang members who terrorize their own community to justice. And now the Bronx DA says they've been charged in a 176-count felony indictment.
you, you heard that 176 count. And that's another thing, terrorizing your own community. I never got it with people that do these type of crimes, man. But I guess these people don't understand. Like the more you do this, the worse the community gets, and this cycle continues.
Police say you're a trigger puller. Police say you're a trigger puller. Is that true? What? Police say you're a trigger puller. Is that
Police said you're a trigger puller. You expect this person to answer that? Come on now.
We're here at a secret.
That you see, and that's the thing, right? These people have no kind of like they're unruly, man. That's why I tell people stay close to your kids, and a lot of them don't have the type of parents that can actually help them out, right? So you these the biggest culprits are perpetrators in this situation. They're never caught. The bosses are never caught. They always get these young kids to do their dirty work, and the young kids that's unruly. So let's go. We continue.
Undercover location in the Bronx where NYPD detectives are getting ready to launch a manhunt for nearly 24 gang members wanted for serious felonies, including murder. It's a Lisa Evers exclusive. It's before dawn on Wednesday, but NYPD detectives from the Gun Violence Suppression Division, called GVSD for short, are joined by detectives from Bronx precincts and warrant squads for this important mission. Their mission? Stopping the reign of terror caused by teens, young men.
You saw that? You saw how he just ran down on that person, just shot them cold blood. A lot of these guys, they don't know how to shoot, right? I'm not saying I want them to know how to shoot either. But sometimes they miss, most times they miss, and they end up killing innocent bystanders. You want to have a family, you want to raise a family in some of the worst parts of the neighborhood, or the worst parts of the city, I should say. This is what happens.
Men and a few women who engage in running gun battles with their opposition or ops at all hours of the day and night.
Look closely. Let me turn this down. I think this might be overpowering my voice. But look closely at how these guys are. They think they're covering their faces, and that's okay. Especially the one that's holding the gun right there. Let's go back to him. See how his whole upper body is covered, but they know who these people are, right? There's cameras all over New York City, and they can tell who you are from your clothing. You're the only one wearing this matching of this type of clothing.
Position or ops at all hours of the day and night, no matter who's in the way, right in their own community.
These cases are the single most impactful reason that shootings trend downwards.
The targets are 20 members of the Slattery gang based out of
What kind of name is that? Slattery gang? Okay.
Slattery Playground in the
Oh, okay. It's named after. Okay, I got it. I should listen more.
Section of the Bronx.
If you come around from 2 on, that's when it fills up with all the gangs.
Investigators say they're responsible for more than a dozen shootings and attempted murders.
It's almost like they were competing with each other to see who could shoot more times.
The Slattery crew, also known by other names like
Look at this. Let me do a little pause right here. My dog is barking in the background. Forgive me about this. They have for a minute I would say okay, no female will be in here, but yeah, this is like what two female. The Bronx is getting hot lately, man. You know, during the pandemic, the Bronx got so bad, so bad. You keep hearing all these negative things about it, man. And it's like, again, like they said, they're competing to see who can shoot the most. And people die. Not even the ones they're aiming for, the so-called oppositions. They shoot and they kill. Bullets don't have eyes. Past the person, because a lot of them can't shoot. Past the person they're shooting at, and they kill somebody else.
Slattery and S Block allegedly took aim at their main opponents or ops, other young people, for no good reason. Investigators say the hatred is fueled by inflammatory disses about murdered ops and drill raps posted on social media.
And this is the pinnacle of it, right? These disses, words, was the USA's known for, right? Freedom of speech. You can't speak anymore. You can't speak anymore. And words, just words. We are looking at the situation in Jacksonville, Florida, where we just had a murder there the other day, where these guys run down on these guys with heavy power rifles and kill. Was the rapper named Folio? And over what? Over what? Words, words, and of course, disrespectful words. The hood that is known for it's been like that. People talk crap all the time, but now it's escalated to physical violence.
That's aspiring drill rapper Nate Benz, who police say is one of the gang leaders. The average age of the case subjects is 20. Teen girls are trigger pullers too.
And I'm sorry for pausing here. I gotta pause, or else I'm gonna get copyrighted, by the way. But also I'm pausing so I can speak. But also, who K Flock, right? This is where K Flock is from, and he's known for this very same thing. This drill rapping stuff, and he's locked up right now for murder, right? I think 2 cases of murder. He's connected to a Times Square shooting. He's also connected to a barbershop murder that we saw on video. And even though they're saying that self-defense, these are still kids. These are young kids walking around. Why would you want to have to be in fear of somebody that looks like you? People in the 60s are probably looking at us like, what the hell? What is going on with these kids? What happened? And beyond that, it's like, I'm talking years before that. Like, what are we doing? Imagine one of our ancestors come through now and be like, we're killing each other over words. Over words. Okay.
Like the shooter in this video, says Deputy Inspector Craig Edelman.
They're shooting at each other with a yellow school bus filled with kids in between them.
Making the community safe again is their passion and purpose. For Takedown leader, Detective Brandon Ravello, it's personal. This is where he grew up. A lot of the subjects are wanted for being active trigger pullers, so they're asking us to put on these bulletproof vests.
I wonder why she keeps saying that, trigger pullers. What a term to use. She keeps asking, "Are you a trigger puller?" It's funny. It's very funny.
Before we go out to the locations, once the manhunt gets underway.
Don't get yourself killed, Lisa.
Going to the first destination.
And this is when they get you. I got a cousin that got into some trouble, and you know when the cops came to get him? In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. So for those people that think, and they wait till you feel comfortable. And these kids, they can't stay off of social media. They're on that all day. So they'll get you. It's just a matter of time.
Detectives know exactly who they are looking for because all of the subjects in this case have been pre-indicted by a Bronx grand jury. Officers go into the building, every detail and movement planned in advance. Right now, the detectives are inside the building, going into the apartment where they have a search warrant to apprehend the suspect. Sergeant Christopher Neal is in constant communication with team members, making sure everyone gets in and out safely.
In recent history, we've seen that impact takedowns or takedowns of this magnitude have a profound impact on the community.
What's going on here?
I love you, babe.
A female suspect.
Wait, is she pregnant? Wait, Nah, dude, come on. Is she pregnant, dogs? Look at that. Nah. But she could be an associate. You know, she's probably not a so-called trigger puller. A lot of times you see the females are used as the backdoor, as they call them, backdoor women, where they lure the opposition ops into, the situation that gets them, unalive, killed, if you want. So they're just as at fault as the so-called trigger pullers.
What's going on here?
I love you, babe.
A female suspect who's 8 months pregnant is brought out in handcuffs from an apartment. What's going on? Why did they pick you up?
We are here executing a search warrant on Theobald Avenue in the Bronx, in regards to a drive-by shooting that happened in a public school playground.
Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark announced a 176-count conspiracy indictment against the alleged gang members for everything from attempted murder to robbery and weapons possession. More than a dozen guns were recovered, including some from the takedown.
We're going to stay at this no matter what, no matter how long it takes. We are laser focused on making sure that we keep the public safe.
They are absolutely.
And I'm happy as a black man. I'm be honest with you. I'm happy that they're putting black faces out there to show that we are also the people that's out there that's working that don't take place in these type of activity. We want the community to be safe. I'm happy they're showing those faces too to show, hey, this is not just. Because, you know, a lot of times they tie in these type of activities into the police and only the police want to do this. No, there's people in the community that don't want to see their kids murdered. Because a lot of times these so-called gang members and criminals, they try to hide amongst us, you know. And there's a lot of good people in the hood, as you call it, and they just want the best for their family. There's people that go out there, they play on the playgrounds with their kids. There's people that go out there to go to work, and they want their kids to walk around feeling safe, just like anybody else. But we have these comedians that's in the community, and they continue to make it the worst place ever. But when they go to other places, they treat it like it's the best. But when they come to their own community, they'll shoot out like crazy. Over what? Words. Just words. Before it used to be they're fighting over territory for drugs. Even that's bad. That's also bad. But now it's just words. Drill rapping. I can never understand it.
Firing bullets without remorse or regret and without regard of anybody that's around.
This is one of the most violent crews that I've seen. You made our streets, our communities into a battlefield, and there's no excuse for that.
The team members believe their efforts are a step forward in making people feel safe again.
And you know what's funny? There are going to be people out there that says there are hidden motives for the cops to do this. They can't wait to put a lot of these young kids in jail. But by all means, I'm pretty sure there are hidden motives for the government. When you let the government into your life, they're going to capitalize as much as they can. A lot of people, when they go to jail, they don't understand. Jail is not pretty, man. For men, especially for men. You want to be outside free, working. You know, a lot of people complain, oh, my God, this 40 hours of work is so bad. But you go to jail, you're surrounded only by men. Oh, a bunch of dudes around you. You turn in somebody's B, and now you're in prison with just a bunch of hairy dudes. You want that for the next 20 years, 20, 25 years of your life? Or you want to be out here trying your best? One of the purpose in life is to make sure that you build, develop, and help people. These people aren't building, developing, and helping no one. The places they live, it's they first thing first. You build anything out here, the first thing they'll try to do is tag it with spray paint, and then they hang around to do. I'm not saying everybody. Again, don't get me wrong. This is not everybody. But and it's a very small percentage of people too. But they leave a huge and very big impact on the community with the crap they do. But let's continue.
Today, I think is a victory for the community. Anytime you have a gang that claims the territory inside of a park where children play, it has all the potential for tragedy.
So you're not a trigger puller?
No, I don't pull no triggers.
She says it again. So you're not a trigger puller? Well, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. Let's try this again. Oh my God. Oh, I got
potential for tragedy.
So you're not a trigger puller?
No, I don't pull no triggers.
Now, as bad as it looks, all
I could. Oh my God. So you're not a trigger puller? Oh my God. Okay, Lisa Lopez, you're funny as hell. I give you that. You're funny. And of course, with these sweeps and these roundup of criminals, there are gonna be people that's innocent that gets caught up in this. I forgot who said it. It's better to let one go than the downfall of many. Something like that. And that's the thing we wrestle with right now. Basically, the premise of that is it's better to let those few remain, right? That's in the hood and doing all these crime, then sweep everybody up in this situation. And I think it's gotten to a point where we have allowed that to happen, where we have allowed these little groups of people play around in our lives and do all these crazy things and infect us with this disease they call gangs for so long that we're saying, hey, you know what, we can go ahead, we can get this managed and taken care of. But because we have so many different aspects of what negative energy in our community, they have grown to a point where they're affecting our directly in the home, our kids. They grab these kids up at 13, 14. I was watching a documentary the other day, and they grabbed up these young kids to put them into gangs, and the shot callers are never getting caught. They're never getting caught. They're always getting away, and the young kids, they get swooped up and taken away. And then because they're so young, they don't get that many years, right? So they're thinking, okay, yeah, they're selling this dream. Yeah, you're gonna get what, 3 years or something like that. You come back. And by the time they come out, their lives are ruined. Now you're about to be 18 and in your 20s, and then what? You got this thing on your back, man, and you miss a lot of life too.
All the defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Keep in mind that everyone accused in this case is under the age of 25. Many of them are just 20 years old or less. And the defendants are found guilty of these crimes. If that happens, they could spend more than a decade, sometimes 2 decades, behind bars. That's the latest. Back to you guys.
Yeah.
And that's it right there. You remember the Junior case, the kid Junior in the Bronx, where they ran into a Bottega. They had like machetes and they cut him up. They chopped him up so much. One guy who delivered a fatal blow took a knife and ran it across his throat, which was crazy. And all for what? Because they were looking for a rival gang member, and they got the wrong guy. They got the wrong kid. The gang leader in that case was what, 31, and he had a bunch of 20, 16 year olds running around doing his dirty work for him. And they can't they cognitive, they don't think straight. These kids don't think straight. They just see a group of people running after one of them, and they start the process of hunting down each other. But anyway, this is the roundup of the takedown of targets. Sorry, some of the worst Bronx gangs drill rappers. Currently, right now, one of the top rappers that's out there was involved in some of these like crazy activities. K Flock, he's behind bars too. I don't know, man. I don't know where this go from this. By the way, this drill rapping thing is crazy. You have what, Chicago? They have, and all of them get RICO cases. By the way, RICO cases where they find you in conspiracy to commit crimes, and that's how they put all these years onto these conspiracy charges, and you get locked up behind bars for so many years for what? Because people are talking about one another. Man, y'all get out of the streets, do something with your lives, and there's programs out there to help people out, and parents, pay attention to your kids. Pay attention to your kids. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, peace. Thank you for watching. Oh wow, this is almost 20 minutes, and this is what, a 5-minute video. It took 20. Wow. Thank you for doing. Yo, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and all the shabam. Thank you.